If you've ever dreamed of a camera that blends the charm of classic photography with modern resolution muscle, then the Nikon ZFR might just be the one to watch. While everyone's waiting for the Nikon Z7 Mark III, a growing number of photographers are turning their attention to what could be a surprising turn in Nikon's roadmap: a higher-end, retro-style mirrorless camera following the footsteps of the popular ZFR. The idea isn't random speculation either. So, what is the ZFR? Why are people so intrigued by it? And most importantly, does it have a place in Nikon's growing mirrorless lineup? Let's break it down. The idea of a Nikon ZFR is beginning to stir real interest within the photography world, sparked by someone well connected to Nikon and known for sharing accurate insights. The concept centers around combining the retro-inspired body design of the popular Nikon ZFR with a high-resolution 60MP full-frame sensor. This isn't about building a speed demon for sports or video. Instead, it's aimed at photographers who want exceptional detail and image quality in a beautifully styled body. While ZFR might just be a placeholder, the vision behind it feels well thought out. And Nikon fans are already imagining what it could be. Looking at Nikon's current lineup, the ZF was a massive hit thanks to its vintage charm and modern performance. The Z5 II has recently been released, giving entry-level users an upgrade, while a Z8 II is rumoured to be in the works for those needing flagship-level speed. A ZFR would slot nicely into a new category altogether, a high-resolution tool wrapped in a classic tactile design. It wouldn't be a replacement for the Z7 II or Z8, but rather an alternative for still shooters who care more about tonal depth and resolution than frame rates. It's a concept that feels both logical and exciting. Suppose the concept pans out and Nikon follows current trends. In that case, the ZFR might feature a 60-megapixel full-frame sensor packed into a ZF-style retro body, with improvements in image quality and dynamic range over existing models. It would likely be geared more towards still photographers than those focused on video or high-speed action, offering modest burst rates around 10 frames per second. The emphasis here would be on resolution, something the 60MP sensor already delivers in cameras like the Sony A7R4, A7R5, and Sigma FPL. A Nikon version could offer a meaningful upgrade over the Z7 II's 45.7 megapixel sensor, especially for users in studio, landscape, or commercial photography. There's also been mention of 16-bit RAW image capture, but that's where things get complicated. While it sounds exciting, 16-bit output is usually limited to medium format systems like the Fujifilm GFX 100 or Hasselblad X2D 100C. Most current 60-megapixel full-frame sensors max out at 14-bit due to hardware constraints, so unless Nikon is cooking up a new sensor with a different manufacturing partner, true 16-bit might still be out of reach. That said, if Nikon is indeed working on a breakthrough behind closed doors, the ZFR could end up being something truly unique in the full-frame mirrorless space. A 60-megapixel sensor isn't exactly known for blazing speed, and honestly, that's fine. If Nikon positions the ZFR as a high-end, retro-themed stills camera, it doesn't need to hit 20 frames per second. 10 FPS would be plenty for most users in this segment. And for those who need more speed, Nikon already offers the Z8 and Z9, both designed for action and fast-paced shooting. As for video, Nikon might toss in 8K video support just to match the standard for pro mirrorless bodies in 2025, but that's likely not the focus. This would be a photographer's camera first, just like the ZF. The ZF's throwback design won over a lot of people, and there's little doubt Nikon would stick to that look with the ZFR. it's part of the appeal. But if there's one thing that could be improved, it's the grip. Right now, users often turn to third-party accessories like the small rig hand grip to make the ZF more comfortable to hold. If Nikon can tweak the body just slightly to include a built-in grip without compromising the retro aesthetic, it would be a much welcome change. That retro-modern blend is clearly working for Nikon. The ZF became one of their best-selling mirrorless cameras largely because it nailed the balance between style and performance. The ZFR, if done right, could appeal to the same audience, but with more resolution, better image quality, and a slightly more premium feel. Now, let's talk timing. According to rumors, we're probably looking at a late 2026 or early 2027 release. That might feel like a long way off, but it also tells us something important. If this camera is real, it's still in early development. That gives Nikon time to refine the concept, test different sensor options, and decide how the ZFR fits within the broader Z series lineup. With the Z7 III still expected to arrive sooner, and the Z8 II in the rumor mill, Nikon has its hands full. But adding a ZFR to the mix could help keep its lineup diverse and exciting. The Nikon ZFR may not be real yet, but it represents something very real in the camera world. An appetite for cameras that don't just perform well, but also feel good to use. There's something satisfying about a camera that reminds you of photography's roots while giving you today's imaging power. And what's smart about this potential move is that Nikon wouldn't be cannibalizing its current lineup. The ZFR wouldn't replace the Z7 III, nor would it compete directly with the Z8 or Z9. Instead, it would serve a very specific group: photographers who love the ZF but want more resolution, better image quality, and a touch more refinement. Other brands don't offer quite the same thing. Fujifilm is known for its retro designs, but if you want a full frame or higher sensor in a body like that, you'll need to jump into the medium format GFX system. Sony and Canon don't really play in this space at all. So in the end, whether it's called the ZFR or something else, the idea of a high-resolution, retro-style Nikon mirrorless camera makes a lot of sense, and it's something many of us would be happy to see become real.